Fellas, welcome back to Big Beard Business. Today we're here with a topic that a lot of you guys out there have asked about. You worn the fragrance, you gotten the compliment, now what? Stick around and I'll tell you exactly what to do. Listen, I get it. We all love to receive compliments when it comes down to our fragrances because you want to know that you made the proper investment. But understanding what to say once you've gotten the compliment can be a bit challenging, especially when it comes from the opposite sex. So today I'm going to walk you through exactly what to say, what to do, step by step, and I'm going to help you know, is she flirting or is she just being friendly? Now, when I think of receiving compliments, specifically when it comes down to compliments on my fragrances, I really like to place them into one of three buckets. And the first one being that of casual compliments. Now, in my opinion, the casual compliment is probably the most innocent compliment of them all. And they are likely to occur around other people, maybe in social settings, whether you're at a grocery store or at a work or otherwise functioning event where people are around and you're just having good old conversation. So here's your scenario. You're at a social event and a woman says to you, "I like your fragrance," or "you smell good." In this situation, it's best to keep your response simple and honest. You might respond with something like, "Thank you. This fragrance happens to be XO Brandy by NAVITUS PARFUMS and Big Beard B." However, if you wanted to keep the conversation going, you might add to your original response by saying, "Have you tried any fragrances from this brand before?" This allows you to acknowledge the compliment, keep the conversation open and honest without seeming like a creep. Now, the second bucket happens to be that of an in-depth compliment. Unlike the casual compliment, this one gives specifics to the fragrance in terms of maybe notes, projection, longevity, certain sweetness or lack thereof within the fragrance of what they enjoy, which gives a little more approach to have a deeper layer of conversation and specifics about what about that fragrance is enjoyable. When you're getting an in-depth compliment, you might respond with something like, "Wow, I'm surprised you picked up on that note. I also enjoy the note of vetiver within the fragrance. What other notes do you enjoy?" When you do something like that, it shows that you are interested and you value the feedback that you're getting, and it also again keeps the conversation open with a proper response without you sounding like a creep. And the final bucket, or the third type of compliment that I would say that you can really generalize in getting, would be that flirtatious or flirty compliment. Now, the flirty compliment can be a little difficult to detect, but depending on the situation and scenario, you likely know what's going on there. So if you're wearing your favorite fragrance and a woman says, "Hey, what's that fragrance? It's really making it difficult for me to concentrate," there's a few different ways you can respond there. I would say first, assess the situation. Did you spray on a million sprays of that favorite cologne? Then maybe they're saying it's difficult for them to concentrate because it's too overpowering. But if you went for something that meant to be sensual and seductive, like you tuned in to one of my most complimented fragrance videos or top videos for seduction, then those would be fragrances that you might think, this is that flirty compliment. Now, as much as I know you wanted to say, "I know you wanted me, baby, let's go back to my place," you can't do that. I do not tell you to do that. I don't care if they gave it to you in navigation. Do not respond in that way. But if you did get a flirty compliment, again, acknowledge the situation. If you're open and available, you might respond back with something like, "Whoa, I guess I wore the right fragrance today. What do you have on? I was really enjoying that as well." Again, that keeps the conversation going. It shows that you're open as well as that you have been paying attention. Now, what I'll tell you this is, again, always assess the scenario. You don't want to be hitting on people who are married. You don't want to hit on people who might be your employees or something like that. Be open to conversation, but again, always be sure that you are using your brain in these scenarios, okay? So those are ways to respond once you get a compliment without being a creep, to keep the conversation going. And I think that these are really easy ways to do so. However, obviously, there are a lot of you guys out there watching. Let me know how you respond once you get a fragrance compliment. I was going through Instagram the other day and I saw something that showed a guy getting a fragrance compliment. He called up this guy like, "Yeah, I know they want me and she want me because I know that her friends are gonna want me." It was hilarious about receiving compliments. But listen, man, that's what we do on this channel. We help you improve the likelihood of you getting compliments with fragrances, which will in turn improve your confidence as well. So listen, man, that's all I got for you today. Let me know what are your go-to fragrances for that compliment factor from the opposite sex, and be sure to check out one of my latest videos, 7 fragrances that will make women addicted to you, as well as fragrances that will make you irresistible. As always, I'm your boy, Big Beard B. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.